I invited you guys to start asking me whatever questions you had about illustration, whether it's about the process or about the art of illustration or whatever. And I got a question almost right away from someone named Birgitte K on here on YouTube, just as one of the comments. And it is an amazing question, and I'm actually really excited to answer this one because, no one's ever asked me this, but I've thought about it a lot. So she asks, basically, well, I'll read her comment. So I have a question for you. I really enjoyed your Inky Map Skillshare class, but I never completed and uploaded a map of my own. Adapting your process and trying to achieve a similar result just didn't stick right by me. It felt as though I'd be ripping you off. Isn't your illustration style your number one weapon in this industry? How do you feel about the people who completed your class showing off their maps as their own? I would love to hear your thoughts on this. So, amazing question. There's so much in there. So I'm going to go through this question kind of piece by piece, and I'll do my best to be clear about it. So it sounds like Brigitte is getting stuck on uploading something because she doesn't feel like it's her style. She feels like she's imitating my style. And I think I just want to encourage anyone who has a similar struggle taking my classes. That's almost the point, one of the points, or maybe one of the expectations of my class. Not that you mimic my style completely, but my classes are meant to be for a broad audience, from people who are just starting out all the way to advanced illustrators who just want to try something new. So I keep the bar pretty low, and I just want people to have fun, and that's why I offer people insights into how I make what I make, because that's like what people want to know. People want to know how is the sausage made, right? How does illustrator person A, B, or C create what they create? They really want to know what goes into a specific kind of style, and so that's probably what makes my classes interesting, and why so many people have enjoyed it. So I'm aware of the fact that people are just using my style and could use it and even make money creating things in my style, but I'll kind of answer to that specific concern in a sec. So adapting your process and trying to achieve a similar amazing result just didn't stick right by me. It felt as though I'd be ripping you off. Isn't your illustration style your number one weapon in this industry? And again, I've thought about this. Style is super important, and it's obviously part of my brand and part of what I sell, and a huge reason why people come to me to illustrate versus another illustrator. And at the end of the day, people can always reverse engineer your work and copy you. I've seen lots of people copy other illustrators, and obviously on Inky Maps, a lot of people have created stuff that looks like my work. And it's, at the end of the day, yeah, anyone can copy anything and knock it off. And I would be untruthful if I claim that I never copied other people along the way. I have influences. If you look at Paul Rand's work and then you look at my work, there's especially at my more inky style, the way things are cut out and spontaneous. I've drawn heavily from Paul Rand just because I admire his work so much. And so the hope is, in your trajectory as an illustrator, you probably start more by emulating people, but then you start to figure something out inside all the work that's more about you. So you sort of discover your creative soul as you go along, and then you realize what unique things you can contribute to that style or add to it or evolve it in a new and unique way. And if you look at my work on my portfolio, on my website, or even on my Instagram, and you go back through history, you're going to see an evolution sort of over time. My work changes and adapts, and even between jobs, I steer my style in my own abilities based on how I think it will, whether I think it will be the right solution for a given job. And some things need to be more whimsical, other things need to be a little bit more buttoned down, and that is my secret weapon. My secret weapon is not my style so much as the soul that I inject into illustrations by way of thinking about the work and thinking about the idea behind the work or the concept. And yeah, I think the soul is more important than the style. So Brigitte continues to ask, how do you feel about people who completed your class showing off their maps as their own? And honestly, I don't see it that way. I don't see people like taking my style and then taking all the credit. I just see people as really excited that they were able to conquer something in Photoshop and figure something out that and learn something new. And I'm very excited. To be honest, I love seeing what other people make using what I taught them, and to see that they've learned a lot. And that being said, have been a few students that have taken my skills and totally made them their own. They've evolved them. They've contributed their own take on them. And those people, of course, in my opinion, deserve credit for that extra step that they've given it. And so that obviously is way more exciting to me to see people take my skills and then just do a totally new spin that I would never have expected. But I don't expect that of the majority of my students. I just want them to have a lot of fun and learn something new. So Birgitte, thank you so much for your question. And yeah, I'm super excited to actually have something to answer on the first day. All right. See you later, guys. Oh yeah. I should probably just end this by saying, like, please ask me more questions and I will do my best to answer them. You can ask me the questions here in the comments on the videos, or you can tweet at me at Tom Froese, TOMFROESE. You can find me on Instagram, Mr. Tom Froese. And yeah, ask me anything. All right, talk soon.